like almost February, but you know what? Life has been happening to me a lot. I needed some time to reflect and reinvent myself and to, you know, recuperate from a lot of things. But I'm back. I have officially reached 1 year locked. That's basically what today's video is about. Actually, it's been a little over a year now, a year and some change, if you want to be technical. January 2nd was my 1 year lock anniversary, technically. Oh yeah, so January 2nd made officially 1 year Sisterlocks. I'm filming this January 19th? Nope, 20th. It is the 20th. It is midnight. If you are a technical person. Right. So, I wanted to talk a little bit about my hair journey and give you guys kind of like a rundown of what I went through, the things that I've experienced, and you know, pricing, so on and so forth. So I'm kind of going to spill all the tea on that tonight. I'm making this a Q&A video for my 1 year lock anniversary treat. Crap, I love my questions. 1 second. Somewhere along the lines of this vicinity. We'll be right back after these messages. Found him. Here we go. Okay. I'll leave the glasses on because it makes me look smarter. And yes, they are prescription, for those who are wondering. These are my real prescription glasses. Anywho, Sisterlocks, questions that the majority of you have asked me. I jotted it down in my notebook. In total, it's, I believe, 11 questions. Some of them have like different parts, I guess, so maybe a couple questions in one. Anyhow, we're just gonna get right into it, shan't we? How long have I been locked now? As you know, I just stated 1 year, which is kind of the whole sole purpose of this video. But for those who are wondering, yes, it has been a year and a couple weeks now. What made me want to get locks? That's actually a very fascinating question. Initially, I won't lie, back in 2019, is when I first got the protective style faux locks. I don't know, for those of you who actually know me personally, I don't know if you remember, I'm pretty sure you did this only like a couple years ago, a few years ago. Damn, I forgot we're in 2023 now. Yeah, so a few years ago, I had these long, like black and red ombre faux locks. I fell in love with them, and I told myself I would get locks. I could see myself with locks. However, my initial plan wasn't to get locks until my mid to late 30s, pushing early 40s. I'm 30 years old now. Surprise, surprise. A year ago, I just made, like a few months before I turned 30, I just made the decision, why not? By the time I'm in my mid to late 30s, pushing early 40s, my hair could be to my booty, you feel? Why not now? Why wait? Also, another reason is because, yeah, I also didn't really feel like doing my hair anymore. I was over it. I just, don't get me wrong, I love my loose natural hair. I love it dearly. I don't regret my decision because it just feels so good to not have to worry about my hair anymore. Check this out. Wash day. I wash my hair. I get out. I may or may not blow dry it, and I leave. Imagine that. How did I feel about my locks in the beginning versus how I feel about them now? I'm glad you asked. To be quite honest with you, I've loved my locks from day one to now. Like, I love them even more now. I never felt ugly. I never hated my locks. I know in the beginning they're like, oh, you know, that whole pluck chicken phase or whatever, but I never felt that way about them. I mean, you know, yeah, they were a little thin looking, but I'm like, I still love the way they looked. I thought they were adorable. I just feel like it's all about loving your lock journey every step of the way, because that's the only way you're really gonna be able to enjoy it and appreciate it. And just being happy with it, because if you're not happy with it, or if you just, you know, you see flaws, or you just think it looks ugly, and you know, it's gonna be an even longer process and it's gonna feel longer. But if you just enjoy it and just embrace it and don't think about it and don't watch it grow, just go on about, live your life and let your hair do its thing. Leave it alone, your hair will be fine. Honestly, it's all about trusting the process. So, yeah. Pros and cons / what I love most about being locked. That's a good one. We're gonna go in with, what do you guys like to hear first? The bad stuff? First they're sour, then they're sweet their ass. We'll start with the cons. And this is just my personal experience. Everyone's hair texture is different. Everyone's hair length is different. Everyone's hair density is different. If you have similar hair to mine, like a similar hair type or texture to mine, this may apply to you, but then again, maybe not, because your hair will still do its own thing. So some of the cons that I have experienced thus far, on the topic of having softer hair, I have to deal with a lot of slippage. The first couple months, luckily it didn't last too long. However, I don't know if you guys can see, I'm gonna try and give you guys a close up here. There was this one stubborn ass lock right here in this vicinity for the longest. Literally, it's been over a year. To this day, it still slips. I just got a retightening a few days ago, and I asked my loctician, I got a new loctician by the way, hey girl, if she could combine it for me, because I was just over it. Girl, listen. I'm not trying to deal with slippage for the next decade. I got things to do. When I tell you that was the only one that would not lock. Every other lock has officially locked except for that one. So after I had her combine it, I'm like, well, now I don't have to worry about it. That was a big one for me, slippage. I don't know if it's because my hair is on the softer side and extremely curly, I had to deal with a lot of bunching and fat ends. I don't know if you guys can kind of see, like, my ends locked a bit on the fatter side, but to be honest, I don't really mind it. It doesn't look as thin and as uniformed as the other girls I see who have Sisterlocks. But again, everyone's hair is different. I do see some with fatter ends like mine, and their hair still looks amazing. So I'm gonna hold on and keep trusting my process. I don't mind the fat ends, to be honest, but if they do become a nuisance later on, I'll just cut them off when they get to a certain length that I like. Moving on. I haven't had this one too much, luckily, but I have had slight issues with length. However, they do tell you not to pick it out, but come on, we all know I don't listen. I just can't stand to see foreign objects in my hair that I didn't put there intentionally, you know? So yes, I picked them out, but I didn't damage anything. It literally was just on the surface, or like within an area that I could still get it. It's not like I have to dig in my lock. It was still within surface range, so I didn't really see any harm in picking it out. But don't listen to me, I'm not a professional. I just do what I feel is best for me and my hair. You don't have any more cons? Oh yeah, since technically we're gonna be talking about that next anyway, why not just delve into it now? Another con is pricing. Yes, Sisterlocks are expensive. However, it is a lump sum one-time cost, and every 4 to 6 months or whenever you're able to go and get your hair retightened, it is an additional cost, more than likely in the 100s area. But you know, that's something I don't have to worry about until every 6 weeks, so I'm chilling. To each their own with the financial situation, but I'm okay with it. And at some point I probably will possibly take on the class so I can learn how to do it myself whenever I'm feeling brave enough to take on that skill. But that day is not today. Okay. What I love most about being locked. I don't know if I kind of already touched base on that technically, but I'll reiterate anyway. I love the freedom of it. I love the way it looks. I love the way they make me feel. I just love it. To be honest, I feel like this is something I should have done a long time ago. However, it's definitely something that you need to take your time on, do your research, and you know, kind of play around with protective styles and stuff before you really commit to it, because it is a commitment and it is a pricey one at that. So yeah. And just to be honest, I feel beautiful, and I'm just excited to see what the future holds and how they look another year from now, and so on and so forth. Next question. Cost. This is a big one. This is one that a lot of you have asked me, and this is one I have been avoiding because I said I'm going to make a video, I promise, and I just kept pushing it off and pushing it off. But guess what, guys? Today is the day. I'm going to finally reveal how much these babies cost me. Drum roll, please. $1,050. And yes, US dollars. However, don't fret, that price may vary, and that price is definitely different for every head, every length of hair, and every loctician. I actually feel like I got a decent price, and it would have been a little bit more if I didn't chop off some of my hair the night before my installation day. So yes, I cheated a little bit, which I honestly recommend. Unless you want to start with super long hair, that's perfectly fine, but I didn't mind starting on the shorter side. Since I had chopped my hair off the year before anyway, I kind of wanted to see it every length, so it's like I get to enjoy the journey of watching my locks grow and mature, and I think it's fun starting with short hair. But to each their own. Again, obviously the shorter the cheaper, and they do charge by the inch. So I started with, I think around, so my hair is layered. My hair was between 7 to 9 inches. Damn, that's tight. The day of my installation. Obviously it's grown now, but because of the locking and bunching, shrinkage is definitely real. I don't mind it. I think it's cute. I love it. Yeah. I'm enjoying every step of this lock journey, baby. Trust. I'll get there. And something tells me when I do get there, I'm gonna miss having this length, because it's already to the point where it's getting in the way, believe it or not. I have to keep brushing it out of my face, like when I do my makeup, or sometimes it even gets in my eye. It's not even long yet and it's already all over the place, just all in my face. I'm really not in a rush for it to grow that much right now. I mean, yes, I want it to get long, but I'm chilling. Next question, is it worth it? That is completely subjective. It depends on you and your personal feelings on it. I, to be honest, personally feel like it is worth it. However, the next person might not feel that way because, you know, their finances might not allow that. Do what makes you comfortable. Do what's best for you. That's perfectly fine, you know. So on top of the $1,050, I forgot to mention to touch base on the cost. Every 6 weeks, my retinings are around $125. If you want to do the math on that, go ahead, but I'm not going to. It could be more or less for you depending on your hair length and type and so on and so forth. Do I regret locking my hair? I think I've kind of answered that multiple times already, but no, absolutely not. I regret nothing. Nothing regret I love it here. Do I ever miss my loose natural hair? To be honest, not really. The only thing I do miss about loose natural hair, or about my loose natural hair, is just getting my hair brushed and combed and stuff, and like, you know, the whole, like, you know what I mean? That's the only thing I really miss about being a loose natural. Other than that, no, I don't miss it. Not at all. Just getting my hair brushed and, you know, played with, and, you know, in that retrospect, but other than that, no. 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 What would I do differently, if anything? I don't know, to be honest. I still don't even know all the areas where I've messed up or where I'm messing up. I'm still learning everything, but if I really had to make a choice right now, I would say I probably would have slept with a bonnet more in the because a lot of times I fall asleep, and I'm really guilty of this because I work a lot, I'm tired, and a lot of times I work late. So I fall asleep a lot against my own will. So I don't have a chance to grab a headscarf or something, you know, to braid it up or whatever. If I had to do it differently, I probably would have slept in braids. How has life been with locks so far? Amazing. It's been so much fun. So much fun. So much fun. It's been freeing, the most liberating experience I've honestly could have ever given myself, in one of the best investments. Oh, and to touch base on the cons again. Yes, sorry, I know I'm going back and forth, but I completely forgot about this one. Snagging. When your hair gets to a certain length, or even if you wear certain earrings, they will get snagged. Snagged, they will get snagged. That's the main annoying thing that I've experienced still to this day, especially with them getting longer. Even with this necklace, they snag so much on the hook. It's so annoying. Like, I'll turn my head and like one of my locks is like caught on the hook of my necklace. So it snags a lot on jewelry and, you know, certain things, but other than that, you know, I promise that's it. I think. Okay. Tips and advice for someone looking to get locks. My best advice, honestly, would be to do your research. Do your research, do your research, do your research, and get a faux lock protective style first before you commit. Because it is a commitment. It's an expensive commitment. Once you delve into that commitment, there's not really any going back from that one. I mean, technically you can comb out your locks, but why would you spend all that money just to, you know, go through all that and comb out your locks? Make it make sense. So before I decided to get Sisterlocks, I watched an extensive amount of YouTube videos. I was up late at night just watching YouTube videos, mostly out of excitement, but also just to like see other people's lock journeys and see like what they went through, how they looked in the beginning, you know, just to kind of like get a feel of what to expect a little bit. It did make me feel better, especially seeing like how they went in the beginning and then how they look now. I'm like, okay, you know, I have hope. So I was excited. Got a lot of knowledge and insight from that. So that's super helpful. Don't rush into it. Look and see like what lock style fits best for you, because you might not even be a good candidate for Sisterlocks. I almost wasn't, to be quite honest with you, because my hair is so soft. My loctician literally told me, my old loctician literally told me, the one who installed my locks, she got a man and moved to Vegas now, girl. Told me my last appointment, or my second to last appointment with her, if my hair was any softer, I would have been a terrible candidate for Sisterlocks. Because it's so soft, it takes longer to lock and you're more prone to slippage. That's the only thing, but still I don't regret it. Don't let that deter you. If you do have soft hair, you can still get Sisterlocks, or you know, even if you don't get Sisterlocks, you can get micro locks or any other type of smaller lock if you decide to opt for the smaller size. But there's so many different lock styles out there. So if Sisterlocks don't end up working for you, don't be discouraged. You can still get locks, amazing locks. But yeah, I honestly would say start with a consultation. Find a good loctician in your area, a good sister loctician in your area. They have to be on the website, because that's the only way you'll know if they're certified and they know what the hell they're doing. If you go on the Sisterlocks website and you see all the list of the locticians in your area that certify in Sisterlocks, that's one way you can go. You can also take the class and learn how to do it yourself if you're feeling risky. But I'm not on that level just yet. So let me know how that works out for y'all if y'all do that. Okay, all right. That would be my best advice, honestly. Just make sure you find someone who's on the website, because you don't want to get gypped, don't want to get scammed. Make sure they're on the website, because they're not certified if they're not. And you don't want somebody to touch your head who doesn't know what they're doing, potentially. They could know what they're doing, but that's the only way to really be sure to know. Unless you know them personally, then sure. If not, then go on the website, sis. Do yourself a solid. You're welcome. Anywho, well, that about wraps it up for this Q&A. Thank you so much for hanging out with me and just being patient with me for my aggressive inconsistency. Oh my god, I'm sorry. I just disappeared for months and I didn't even come back with... I'm the worst. I think we can all agree. That's fine. I won't even deny that at this point. But that is one of my New Year's resolutions. I'm going to stay consistent with YouTube. I'm not sure if I said that last year, but we're gonna scratch that. We're gonna ignore that, okay? This year is all that matters. That's in the past now. That's one of my many New Year's resolutions, is to stay consistent with filming and editing and, you know, just posting on all of my platforms. So you guys will be seeing a lot of me this year. Thank you guys for your support. That means so much to me. And stay tuned for what's to come. I'm excited to share with you guys. So if you haven't already, please like and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.